This video is based on the technical analysis of Curro Holdings, and we're on the monthly chart, as you guys can see. And let's have a look. What do we have here? In regards to the monthly chart, we can see that price currently is in the process of potentially providing us with a nice double bottom over here, and it's actually an overextended double bottom, as this first leg is much lower than that second leg, and it has a neckline at that point. And guys, ideally we want to see price actually closing sufficiently above the neckline of the structure, and that would be confirmation in that the anticipation would be for price to come back to the neckline to give it a test. And from this level, ideally we want to see price move further up to around that level, which is in line with where it had started, and this would be the completion of this very nice double bottom or W structure. However, as I said, we first need price to confirm the structure by closing sufficiently above the neckline, and once that happens, then we're going to start looking for potential buy opportunities. And as I said, ideally once price closes above that neckline, we want to see it come back to the neckline to give it a test, and at that point is where we would look for those potential buy opportunities, especially if the level aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the Fibonacci retracement tool. So should we find any good buy opportunities at this point, I believe that our first take profit should be around this level. Why do I say that level? That is because that level is a very strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in and around that area, and in the future we may get another rejection at this point and price may move further down. But should price close above this area over here, then our next take profit, in my very humble opinion, would be this level over here, right? That would be our second take profit. Why that level? That is because it's also very much a strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in and around that area. And the third take profit, in my very humble opinion, would be this level over here. And as I said, that is because, remember guys, we spoke about how the market had given us this potential double bottom or W structure, and I said it started at that level, and ideally we would love to see price push further up to around that level to close in line with where it started. Another thing that motivates for why we may see price over the next couple of years actually move further up to that level is because if you were to pay attention to this area over here, you would see that we actually have what seems to be a very small double top or M structure. And what normally happens with these type of structures, just like with W structures, is that a lot of traders and investors sell on the second leg of that double top or M structure, and they place their stop losses just above. So at this point in time, we have a lot of stop losses that are located here, right? We have a lot of liquidity located here, which is, or rather, which represents stop losses, and those stop losses are actually money. And as you guys know, the markets will always go to where the money is, as I always say, right? Another thing, one last thing that motivates for why we may potentially see price over the next few years move all the way up to that point is because we have this candlestick over here, and what that candlestick is a bullish candlestick with a small body and quite a long lower wick. And what it tells us is that at the top, where that wick starts or ends, we have also a lot of liquidity there, right? I hope you guys can see that. So there is plenty of scope for the market from where it is to move further up to that level. However, we first need that first confirmation, which is price closing sufficiently above the neckline, which is over here, of this double bottom or W structure. And once that happens, we want to see, as I said, price come back to that level, and at this point is where we would look for those potential buy opportunities. We're not just going to buy just by virtue of having price, come back to the neckline. We're going to look for further reasons for why at that neckline we should look for those potential buy opportunities, as I've just illustrated.